Hello and welcome again, guys. This is SweetBattlescars, and today I will be doing an unboxing of this amazing figure here. This is the awesome Figuarts Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku, and this is obviously another entry in the Japanese Bandai Dragon Ball Z Figuarts figures. And notice Dragon Ball Z logo here. If you remember my last video, the Super Saiyan Son Goku had a Dragon Ball Kai logo, but this one has a good old Dragon Ball Z logo, and of course the Bandai logo there. So we're gonna be looking at this awesome figure, and we're gonna take a look at the box first. Here is your profile picture of Goku in this like pixelated style. So the side of the box, and notice the side of the box is much thicker, and you'll see why in a few moments. This figure comes with a few extra goodies. And here in the back we have the awesome figure itself in various poses, the awesome Kamehameha pose, and then several standing poses there, and the name. And this one is actually in English as well. So we're gonna take a look at the text here. Figuarts is a new standard figure series that incorporates the Bandai action figure art under the theme pursuing character expression through humanoid action. So that's pretty much the same as the other ones. And now this says Figuarts Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Saiyans are a warrior race capable of increasing battle power by entering a transformed state. And this is the third level of Super Saiyans. Son Goku is transformed into Super Saiyan 3 for the first time during a battle against Majin Buu. Unlike the other Super Saiyan forms, the hair grows down to the waist and the eyebrows vanish completely after the transformation. The transformation can only be maintained for short periods of time because it rapidly consumes the energy. And we have a little bit more here. The superior articulation and high range of motion in hip and knee joints will allow you to recreate the epic battle scenes in the anime. So this one, if you notice, is has Japanese and English text. And so here's the other picture on the side of the box here, and the final the front of the box showing you the figure. So we're gonna be taking a look inside and see what accessories this figure comes with. So we're gonna push this box to the side as we don't need it anymore, and we're gonna open up the figure out of its packaging, and there he is, Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Now I'm gonna be going over the accessories here, the first accessories that you see here first. You get two extra pairs of hands, you know, aside from the closed fist hand. You get the two Kamehameha here hands, that one there also on top. So those are your, just like Super Saiyan Son Goku, you get Kamehameha hands. You get the open palm hands for blasts. You get two of those, so you get a pair also, just like Super Saiyan Son Goku. And you get the hands for his instant transmission movement, his instant movement, and just like Super Saiyan Goku as well. You get an extra face. You get angry Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and let me get some better lighting here so that you can better see these. So here is angry Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. Notice the sculpt is really good. You see the locking mechanisms in the back. So it looks just like Son Goku does in the anime. So really awesome casts of the face. And as you guys remember, in the Majin Buu saga, Goku is dead for the most part until you know, towards the end. So he comes with a halo that you can put on his head so that you can recreate that. So let's take a look at the figure itself. And notice this opening here. I took out some pieces prior to doing this unboxing video because it comes with a very elaborate setup for the base, and it was actually a little complicated to put together. So I decided to do that before the video, and you'll be seeing the base in a few minutes. So we're gonna look at the figure first, and So there's Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and I'm gonna move my light here a little bit so you can see him better. And there we go. So notice that if in your screen his skin looks a little darker than previous figures, is because that is correct. This Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku actually has a little bit more of a tan going. His skin is just a little more orange than Super Saiyan Son Goku and Gohan and Trunks and Vegeta for that matter. So his skin is a little darker in tone. And maybe that's just because that's what he looks like in the anime. I think I don't know if it's because of the lighting effects or maybe his level now, but his skin does change a little bit in the anime. But notice the biggest difference is the hair. If you notice, the body is actually the same as Super Saiyan Son Goku. It's the same cast, but he has a different coloration on his clothing. His clothes are a little more orange. So I think it looks pretty true to the anime in terms of color. His boots, his this blue again, I'll repeat it. He looks a little, actually looks pretty good. Looks pretty close to the anime. His waistband looks a little purple, but maybe that's just me. But the biggest difference, of course, is in the head. And notice this is the other face that it comes with, is the serious Goku face. And then the biggest change is in the massive amount of hair in the back. And so, because of this bulk of hair, it becomes a little tricky to try to stand this figure. But the nice thing is that it moves. It actually has joints. I'm going to show you here. The hair actually has 3 ball joints attached to that attach the hair together. There's one going into his head. There's and there's one going into the second piece, and there's the third piece. The third piece has one going into the second piece. So sorry, there's one going into his head, a second one going into the first piece, and a third one going into the second piece. So we have 3 ball joints all together that give you a pretty good range of movement in the hair. So you see the 3 pieces here, 1, 2, 3, 3 layers of hair that give you pretty good movement up and down. So his hair has articulation and pretty good movement to the side, so you can get some pretty epic poses out of this hair. If you remember, his hair looks really epic in the anime, and so it carries on into this figure. So the hair makes this figure really heavy, and you'll see making him stand is tricky. But we're gonna look at the articulation first. So because of his hair, movement on his head is a little limited, but of course you can force it, and his head will probably pop out. You can kind of force it to go all the way around, but I don't see why you would need to do that. So you get pretty good movement left and right, pretty good movement up and down. And notice this one also has a joint on connecting the neck to the torso, so that helps in the making the head move. So you get pretty good side to side movement and pretty good front and back movement as well. So pretty good articulation on the neck and the head. Now the arms are exactly like Super Saiyan Son Goku. You get movement up like so, all the way around like so, and then it has the same locking mechanism, locking and unlocking. The shoulder pops into the body and pops out for different poses. The arms also spin on the shoulder 360 degrees like so. You get a double elbow joint, as you can see there, 2 points of connection. So you get really good movement on the elbow. Pretty nice movement there. And then the wrists, of course, are in a ball joint, so you get really good movement, pretty good. It's got a lot of free movement on the wrist. So the waist, of course, moves all the way around easily. It kind of pops out a little bit, so you got to kind of pop it back in. And then the hip has the same unlocking and locking mechanism for your various poses, so you get pretty good movement front, back, and side to side. The knee, of course, has a double joint So you get really good movement on the knee. So you can see the 2 joints there. And so you get a lot of really good movement on the knee. The ankle sits on another ball joint. And so you get good movement there as well. And then you have a hinge joint on the toes. So that's pretty much the articulation for Son Goku Super Saiyan 3. And of course I just love that that you get some joints on the hair for some articulation on the actual hair. I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna move my camera around and show you that making this guy stand is actually a little tricky because of the massive amount of hair on his back. So it's hard to balance his body. And then but the joints thankfully are all very snug, very sturdy, really well done. So that, you know, it kind of holds his body up correctly. So you're gonna kind of balance his weight to the front to make him stand, and you know, he'll maybe move towards the back a little bit and tend to fall over like so, but you know, you just have to tilt his body, not his buddy, his body towards the front, and you know, he'll stay. It'll just take some maneuvering to kind of balance his body weight, and there you go. Now you got a secure pose. He's just standing there, and so it's a little tricky, but you can do it. Just gotta balance his body forward. So I'm gonna connect the little halo here. It has a peg there that attaches to that little hole down there, and so it connects like so. And so notice you get the halo of dead Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. And that's how Super Saiyan 3 normally looks like, since you know, he did die in the Cell Saga. Now remember I told you that he came with a lot of extra stuff. He came with a pretty elaborate base, and I put this together just now. So I'm gonna move my camera once again. And so that's the base that the figure came with, and it came in several different pieces. You had to put that together, of course. But it came with this like radiating rings of like awesome power that kind of surround Goku. And so it came in 4 parts: A, B, C, and D. And so it was a little tricky to label. They were labeled in the instruction booklet. And so it came in 4 parts, and you kind of had to put it together. But since they kind of connect together very delicately, it was a little tricky to put together. So I decided to do it before I actually made the video. But when you go on to try to make Goku fit in there, you're just gonna kind of have to you know, move around the rings and into the little fingers here that grab Goku by the waist. Like so. Of course the waist will look a little weird, but let me move my camera again, and so you can get a closer look at Goku. So he looks a little tilted. So there he is on his base. It's always tricky to try to put them together on this base here. I don't know if I'll be displaying them on this base, because it's a little flimsy. I mean, I like the figure by itself better, but you know, he does stand on his base, and so he's kind of floating there. I mean, he does look really epic with you know, those things on him. So I'm gonna move my lights here a little bit and move my camera again, so you can get a full view of the figure, so you get an appreciation for the entire figure. So there you go, guys. That is Super Saiyan 3 Son Goku. And let me just say, it is definitely an epic piece in this series. I'm really happy with it. You know, I've heard a couple of people complain about the color on his skin, but I actually don't mind it. I think it looks pretty good and pretty true to the game. I mean, sorry, I'm so used to Monster Hunter, the anime actually, and I mean for that matter the game, because there are a bunch of Dragon Ball Z games. So it looks really true to the anime. The colors do. I like the color on his suit. Actually, it's that nice Goku orange. It's a little darker than Super Saiyan Son Goku. And of course, I like the awesome base that it came with. That, you know, have these energy rings around Goku. So, as you guys remember in the anime, when he transforms into Super Saiyan 3, he just always has these like rings around him. There's just so much power packed into that body after that transformation that it's hard to contain it, I guess. So, really awesome figure. I'm really happy with it. No complaints whatsoever. You know, I like the base. It's just a really elaborate setup, and you know, I kind of like the figure by itself. But you know, from time to time, I'll actually display it like this because it does look really cool. So that's it for this review, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any comments that you feel like leaving, and I will see you guys in the next video.